Easy, guys. I put my pants on, just like the rest of you, one leg at a time. Except, once my pants are on, I make gold records.
Hey, what's going on, everybody out there in the vinyl community and YouTube land? It is the Spin Doctor and his Vinyl Mayhem. It is Kendall. And I am coming to you today with a video. Wanted to get one done and in the hole before I head out on my work trip next week, or tomorrow really. I'm flying out to Columbus, Ohio for a week. Got some work stuff to do out there. So yeah, I wanted to get this done. Hopefully this will hold you over for a week, all 50 to 100 of you that watch. Yeah, anyway, so actually, any of you that are familiar with Columbus, Ohio, that know of any good shops out there to go and visit, please hit me with some recommendations down in the comments. I would love to get the chance to go out there and hit some of those shops while I can. So yeah. But today, gonna just do a recent pickups, vinyl finds, and I'll be honest with you, some of these aren't so recent. Some of these have been around for a while because I haven't really done one of those videos in a while. So I just figured I would show you a huge stack of records, and when I say huge, I don't even. There's probably almost 20 records here, to be honest. And so yeah, let's just get into it. First thing I'm going to show is some VCLT from the Vinyl Piper, Chris. He sent this to me. I want to thank him for that. He actually showed this in a video and said that he doesn't know why he even bought it, and so if anybody wanted it, to let him know. I didn't say I wanted it. I just said I thought it was a cool record because, you know. And he said he messaged me on Instagram later and said, "Hey, do you want this?" I said, "Sure, why not?" This is the soundtrack to Ghostbusters 2. It's got the hype sticker right here, and it's also a promo copy. As you can tell right there, you can see that. This was a different sounding record than the first Ghostbusters soundtrack, in my opinion. More hip hop, R&B sounding. It's a fun record. I mean, Bobby Brown, Run DMC, New Edition, all that kind of stuff. Oingo Boingo. There's a Glenn Frey song on here. I forgot about that. Dougie Fresh. But just really cool. This is in great condition. So thank you again, Chris. I appreciate it. Very cool. Very nice to have. So, yep, got that. This next few records I picked up from Dylan at Noble. A few of these I picked up in, believe it or not, some of the cheaper bins. He's been stacking up from the VOA collection in like the $3 bins, the $5 bins. And when he had his yard sale, so to speak, he was really putting some good stuff in there for really cheap. And some of the stuff is some of the stuff I picked up. First, this is Ricky Skaggs, That's It. This is early Ricky Skaggs. I mean, I think this came out in like 78, 79 maybe. As you can tell, that's a very young Ricky Skaggs. But again, this is from the VOA collection. Sound quality on it isn't the best, but a lot of it's live. But it's just really cool to have. I don't even think I really even knew many of the songs, but I mean, it's bluegrass. It's Ricky doing his old bluegrass stuff, which I love. Love bluegrass music. Love Ricky Skaggs. Great guitar picker. Great mandolin player. So very cool to find this. I had never seen it before. So very, very happy to have it. And the vinyl on it in great condition. So yeah, I think it was $250 because all the stuff that was in the $5 bins was half off, so it was like $250. And it was the same with this one. This is a promo single, a 12-inch single from the movie The Last Dragon. I actually have the soundtrack, a promo of The Last Dragon, but I saw this and I was like, well, this is cool too because it's a promo. and it's a Willie Hutch, The Glow, which, if you've ever seen the movie, then you know the importance of the song and the coolness of the song and of this picture and all that stuff too. So very happy to have this. Again, it is a promo for promotional use only. That Motown label, very cool. I'm very happy to have this, even though I already have the soundtrack. It was just cool to add this as well. It even says for promotional use only right there too. So again, record super clean. You know, this was not a VOA or anything like that. It was just something that I happened to find. This is the only Rival Sons album I did not have, and he had this in a used bin, and I was very happy to have it. This came out in 2015, I think, and I don't even remember the name of this record all of a sudden. Hollow Bones, yeah, the great heavy rock, blues rock band. I've talked about Rival Sons all the time, but again, this is the only album of theirs I did not have on vinyl, so I was happy to pick this up. It was a great price. This is an original pressing as well, which I thought was really cool because this did just get reissued, I think, last year. But this is an original pressing, black label or black vinyl label there. Very cool. If you don't know Rival Sons, check them out. They are one of the coolest bands out there. Great vocalist, great heavy guitar, just a great band. I picked this up. This was really cool. I'm very happy I found this. And this actually, I think he put this out the weekend after Ozzy died. This is a promo copy of Bark at the Moon. One of the albums I did not have of his. Again, this is a promo copy. Got the promo stamp right there, if you can see it. But again, in great condition. Vinyl is super clean. It's on that CBS label, that blue label. Very happy to pick this up. First album with Jake Lee on guitar. Obviously, Bark at the Moon, the big song on this one. What's the other big song that came off this? Rock and Roll Rebel, that's right, yeah. Third solo Ozzy album. I'm trying to get the first 5. I have the first 2, and the third one I really want. Well, no, I said the first 5. I should say the first 6. I want to get OG pressings of the first 6 Ozzy albums. Of course, now that he's passed, it's going to be a little bit more difficult, I think, because prices on this stuff is going up. Luckily enough, Dylan did not have this overpriced, because as you can tell online, people are stupid with Black Sabbath albums and Ozzy albums after his death. This was in one of the $3 bins. I picked this up actually this past weekend. This was a white label promo. Marty Robbins. I believe this is Greatest Hits Volume 4. Got the timing strip and the white label there. Demonstration not for sale. A lot of great tracks on this. I'm a huge Marty Robbins fan. One of my all-time favorite country artists. He had such an amazing voice. His songs were just timeless. This has El Paso, Devil Woman, El Paso City, Among My Souvenirs, Try a Little Tenderness, My Woman, My Wife. Just some phenomenal, amazing songs of his, and I thought it was really cool. White label promo with the timing strip. I have a lot of his stuff, and did I need another Greatest Hits album by him? Probably not, but I couldn't pass it up with the timing strip, and the record was in great shape too. This was also in the $3 bin, and I couldn't pass it up either for $3, because I've seen people selling this record from anywhere from $10 to $20, and it's kind of a cheap record. But this is David Essex, Rock On. David, British pop guy, Rock On being his big hit. And that song's been covered by so many artists since this came out. This came out in 1972, I want to say. It's on that CBS label. I'm sorry, Columbia label. What is wrong with me? I mean, he was really a one-hit wonder. He did have some fame with TV as well. But Def Leppard did a cover of this on their covers album back in like '06 or '07, I think. Can't remember what it's called. But I saw Def Leppard do it live as well, and it was really good. But nothing beats the original. And to be able to find this for $3, and again, uh, in good condition. Now this wasn't one of the VOAs either, but I was just happy to find it in good condition because, like I said, I've seen people selling it online for like $20. I'm thinking that's not really a $20 record. So I don't know. This I was really happy to pick this up at Lunchbox because I wasn't sure I was ever going to be able to find it. This is the Zach Top debut album that came out. What year did this come out? I don't remember what year it originally came out, but it never had been on vinyl until this year. It first came out in May of this year, and then it was reissued again in August of this year. And Billy Hirsch, the Riverbend Records, talked about not being able to get a copy of it, and I was trying to get it from him, but he couldn't get a copy. But this is the blue vinyl edition, yeah. And he himself said I think he had to get it online. But this is really great. Zach actually just released his second full-length album just yesterday. I've streamed it so far. I got a copy coming in the mail. But this is fantastic bluegrass. Love this album. And so, yeah, very, very, very great album. Bluegrass, just killer stuff. If you haven't heard this, go back and check this out. It's great stuff. And then also, while I was at Lunchbox the same day, I picked this up. This came out earlier in the month as well. This is the Now Playing series. This is Randy Travis. The reason I picked this up is because it had one song that was never released on vinyl, and that is If I Didn't Have You. That was one of my mom's favorite Randy Travis songs, actually. And that song was actually written by Skip Ewing. But great stuff. It's got all the stuff that you would want. Obviously, there's so much more because there's only 10 songs on this. It's got Didn't Have You, Forever and Ever, Amen, 1982. Where That Came From, Digging Up Bones, Deeper Than the Holler, I Told You So, Better Class of Losers, On the Other Hand, and Whisper My Name. The song Where That Came From is the new song that they just did with AI as well. And that song I could do without, but I get it. But yeah, this is on tan vinyl. It's the same color basically as the sticker here. So, but I was happy to pick that up. This I picked up at Mad Jack's. This is my favorite Alice Cooper solo album, I would say. Welcome to My Nightmare. I was really hoping that since this is the anniversary of this record, that we might see this be the Rhino. We'll see. I don't know. Rhino might do this, I'm hoping. But Welcome to My Nightmare is such a great what's the word I'm looking for? An album that tells a story. An underlying story. I'm going brain dead right now. But love it. Songs like The Black Widow, which I saw him perform live back in 2014, I think it was. And then Only When the Bleed is on this record, as well as Department of Youth. Yeah, great record. Also has, of course, I'm going brain dead on his name. What is his name? Vincent Price. Jeez Louise. Produced by Bob Rezner, of course, but pick this up pretty cheap. It's a great record. If you don't know that record, definitely stream it. It's a great record. And then I picked this up too. Picked this up cheap. This is a reissue because originals of this are somewhat expensive. But this is Paul Cantor, Jefferson Starship, Blows Against the Empire. Again, originals of this get kind of pricey. This is a like 1981 reissue, and the reason it's a 1981 pressing is because it's not a gatefold, and that's the only year that they did it not as a gatefold, and it's also on that black RCA label. Goodness gracious! But this is a great album, and this isn't regular Jefferson Starship. As a matter of fact, it really kind of doesn't. It doesn't have anything to do with the other Jefferson Starship, the poppy Jefferson Starship. If you don't know the background on this, Jefferson Airplane was pretty much dying and done, and so Paul Cantor was, wanting to do an album, had basically written most of these songs already, and wanted to record and put on an album, so he came up with Jefferson Starship and called it Paul Cantor Jefferson Starship. It still has Grace Slick on it and some of the other members of Jefferson Airplane, but it also has people like Jerry Garcia, Mickey Hart. Then it's also got David Crosby and Graham Nash, among others that are just, great players. And this, of course, concept album was what I was thinking of. Jeez, this is also a concept album. The first side is like one concept, and the second side is a concept as well. But it's awesome, just an awesome cover. But great, progressive, not progressive. Well, yeah, progressive, but psychedelic, folk, rock. Just a really cool album. Really enjoyed it. Glad I was able to pick it up for like $10. So yeah, like I said, original's fairly expensive. Then this came out, and I picked this up. Got this from Billy at Urban Records. This great stuff from the Alice Cooper Band, reformed as they can be. But I love this cover. I think that's an awesome cover. I know some people were talking about that they didn't really like the cover. I love this cover. It has an old classic horror movie cover from like the 50s and 60s. Just a great cover. But yeah, with Glenn Buxton they did use a track for one song. So technically it is the full band, even if it is just for one song. But this is a great album. This is going to be on my list for one of the best albums of the year. But I'm just a huge Alice Cooper fan too, so very happy with this. Sounds great. And it's a double LP at 45 RPM too, which is really cool. But great album. Alice Cooper being Alice Cooper. You gotta love it. I also picked this up, and I just haven't shown it, but I've had it for a while. But this is Kenny Burrell with Art Blakey, the Complete Masters, on view at the 5 Spot Cafe. That tone poet that came out back in, I think, April. Like I said, I've had this for a while. 3 LP set. Very happy I picked this up. This thing sounds fantastic. And Kenny is just amazing. But with Art Blakey, it's also got Tina Brooks tenor sax, Bobby Timmons, Roland Hanna piano, Ben Tucker on bass, and of course, like I said, Art Blakey on drums. This was worth the money, in my opinion. And I normally don't like to pay what this was going for, but 3 LP, and I like the fact that it's like a booklet. Like it opens like this, like a double LP would, instead of like other triple LPs, where it kind of just unfolds and folds. I don't like that. But yeah, this, man, sounds so good. I was so happy that I picked this up. Great. See, I still get jazz every once in a while, just not all the time. And then I finally, for the first time ever, was in a Whatnot auction, and it happened to be one of Riverbend's, and I picked this up for $5. I thought it was kind of cool. It says play guitar with the Ventures. This is a mono, and basically it's got a booklet, and it kind of shows you how to play by ear, and how to play the guitar. It shows you how to play leads and rhythm like the Ventures do, and I thought that was kind of cool. I haven't listened to it yet, but look forward to it. I'm going to show that one later. And then I'm going to pick this one up too. This is a music on vinyl pressing of Transformers the movie. Originals of this are hard to find and super expensive, but this just recently came out this year, and was very excited to pick this up because it's an awesome record, honestly. You got the Touch by Stan Bush. It's got let's see, NRS. Let's see, more Stan Bush, Lion. That's right, Lion was who I was thinking of. And then, of course, it's got Dare to Be Stupid by Weird Al. Come on, that's great. But it comes on this really cool-looking vinyl that I want to show. That was really cool. It looks like vomit, honestly, but I still think it's cool-looking. So, but yeah, this is, and it's numbered. This is number 425. But yeah, I mean, The Touch is still, to me, just a classic, awesome-sounding song. And that's just a cool looking cover. I mean, the movie, not the greatest. When I was a kid, I thought it was cool, but yeah, it's not the greatest. The next two come from Doug at Big Love Vinyl, and Brian Gleck recommended I get this, so I streamed it, and it's freaking awesome. This is Billy Strings and Brian Sutton live at the Legion. This was recorded live back in 2024 in Nashville, Tennessee. These guys, obviously everyone knows who Billy Strings is. If you don't know who Brian Sutton is, he's a member of Kentucky Thunder, who is Ricky Skaggs' band. These guys are picking and agreeing and sounding awesome. Doing old classic bluegrass tunes. Just sounding great. And this is recorded well too. So for a live album, sounds fantastic. 2 LP, and it comes on this really awesome looking vinyl as well. Comes on this tricolor, red, white, and blue. Very happy with that. Very happy I picked this up. It's just awesome record. Very happy to have it. Thank you, Doug. Because I will say a lot of places kind of sold out of it pretty quick as well, because that's what Billy Strings does. He sells out quite a bit. And then Doug was able to pick this up for me. Very happy to have this, an upgrade copy of Led Zeppelin 3, a Japanese pressing. Very happy to have this. I think this is a 1978 with the Obi. Very cool. On that Atlantic label, of course. It's got the little spindle. It works well. It's got the inner and everything too. Very awesome. Listened to that today because I actually just got the mail today. Sounds great dynamics. Couldn't be happier. Upgrade copy for me, like I said. And then the last two are records that came in the mail over the last couple of months. I did pick up the Mobile Fidelity Dreamboat Annie 2 LP double 45. I know people have talked about this. Some have said it's not very good. I don't have anything to compare it to. I don't have an original. I actually like it. I know some people, again, have said it's not the greatest. I think it sounded really good. I was happy with it. Again, I don't have an original to compare it to, so I'm not going to complain. And lastly, this came just a couple weeks ago. This is Michael Jackson's Dangerous 2 LP on 33 RPM. I do have an original of this. I showed that about a month or two, probably about 2 months ago. This is really good. I'm not going to lie. What I'll say is, as much as it definitely kicks with the bass and everything being right up front, I feel like the vocals kind of get pushed back. And that's a little bit of a bummer. Everything else sounds really great. The first track I decided to listen to was Black or White, and you drop the needle and you're hearing the music, and then you're hearing the banging on the door. The dad's yelling at the kid. When I heard the banging on the door, it actually startled me because I thought, right over here's the front door to the house. I thought somebody was banging on my door. So it's very punchy that way. But then when I was listening to, then the vocals kick in, and it's just like, oh, they're not right up in front like they should be. And so that was a little disappointing. But it's still a good listen. Like I said, I do have my OG, which I'm very happy to have. The OG, however, it's not, in pristine, perfect condition. There's a little bit of surface noise here and there. This, however, has none. It's in great shape. So I mean, I'll probably listen to both, just whatever I'm in the mood for. If I'm wanting to like show people just how loud the music can be, and like just how in your face it can be, I'll play this one. If I want people to hear how great the album can sound as a whole, I'll probably play the original. But yeah, I'm still happy I picked it up. So anyway, guys, that is my video for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you stuck with it for this 25 minutes plus. A lot of records, I know. Sorry that took so long. But if you would, hit that like and subscribe button. Leave me the old thumbs up. Leave me some comments down below. Let me know what you thought. And again, let me know about some record stores in the Columbus, Ohio area as well. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.